Today we will be talking about music festival posters, which is one of the most fun projects you can do as a designer. Hey everyone, what's up? If you're asking yourself, why is Ron wearing sunglasses on vlog? Is he trying to be Casey or something? Then no, I just completely broke my regular optical frame, and so now I ordered a new one off the internet. Should be here in a few days, but until then I can't see, so I have to wear sunglasses inside. It's ridiculous. I don't know how Casey does it. Anyway, into today's topic. So I got a question over on Instagram from somebody who asked if I ever was involved in a music festival poster design. What did it involve? If I can give some creative recommendation. So turns out that I was involved in such a project. It was actually 8 years ago when I was in my internship in a great design studio in Mexico called Futura. So this is a really awesome studio, and I've checked the link in the description. You should check out their work. They're doing amazing work. And I did my internship there, and when I was there, they were working on a local, they're based in Monterrey, Mexico, and they were working on a local music festival, which is called Hello Festival, with international artists. Really awesome music festival, I think, on a worldwide level. And I was working there doing all the collateral. So let me show you some of the elements that we were working on. So this was basically the main poster for the festival that included all of the main artists and all the schedule. This was kind of the main theme, was kind of a spacey with triangular thing. That was kind of the branding of this specific festival. So this is another version. There was kind of a 3D effect going on here because there was a show in 3D. So we actually did a poster in 3D that you were using glasses to check out. This is another version printed on a white paper, so it's just a different layout, but basically same content, only with the hours and the separate stages. Some of the t-shirts we designed for the event. This is actual, I took the photo in the event itself, so those also on the right and left here are posters. Funny story, I actually did a kind of spelling mistake on one of these posters, and they had to reprint it. They only discovered this after they print it, so yeah, sucks for me. But as you can see here, there's a lot of those graphical element, all those kind of things that goes on the side. There's a lot of print work goes on in those festivals. Here's a t-shirt for one of the people that's selling beer. So as you can see, there was a lot of kind of play on the word hello, because that's the name of the festival. So we were using that kind of typographically. And these are the 3D glasses and the envelope and the ticket that came with it. So this is basically it, but I think this is the poster that I was spending most time working on. And the reason was that, you know, it wasn't until really, I think, like 2 days before the actual event that the list was finalized. So every week for like 3 or 4 times, they would add a few artists or remove a few artists. And I would have to completely redo the grid because, you know, if it was like divided by 4, I could do a 4 grid. But then what happens if they remove one? What happens if they add one? So I had so much grid work going on this specific poster. I really had to master kind of the grid and make sure that everything is aligned. And I would spend hours to make this, you know, look good. Then they would add 2 more people and everything would break and I would have to redo everything. So one of the core disciplines that if you want to do music festival posters, that usually includes a lot of names, a lot of schedules, a lot of stages. So it's kind of information design, heavy information design. So you really need to know how to control your grids. And I think there's in my book recommendation, I think the classical grid book about grids, super useful in this case to know how to, you know, structure information and make this readable, digestible, looking good and neat. Obviously, it kind of looks like Swiss design in terms of, you know, how the content is arranged down here. As far as kind of creative recommendation, as you can see here, as I said, the creative concept is basically space and triangles. Why space and triangles? There is no real reason for that. You can say that maybe the triangle is kind of part of the, if you can see the logo of the Hello Festival, it uses a triangle, but I think it's basically it's just random. And that's the really awesome thing about music festival. You can pick a random creative idea and just play with that idea through the whole elements of the festival and just go with it. So it's not like real, I don't know, client work with a brief where you have to really solve a solution and it has to fit the audience. Obviously, yeah, this has to look cool to the people who come to the festival. So I think when you're doing stuff like design for music or for music festival, a lot of it is kind of cool factor. So you can just do things that you think are cool, use the colors that you think are cool, if you are also kind of the person that attends the music festival, which wasn't the case. Everybody working in the studio went together to the festival to hang out and to see the shows. So we were kind of the audience as well, so we can just do what we think is neat and cool, and hope that the people end up liking it. And I think this was a success because I know that the studio has been working with the festival for many years, so they have a long-term relationship. So this kind of a system or design type seems to work. Anyway, hope you get the chance to work on one of these projects, because this is really one fun project to work on as designer, especially if you like music, especially if you like festivals. I, as a teenager or adolescent, I used to love the music festivals. I used to go there. I had blue hair and everything, so this was something that music festival really deeply connected to me, and it's fun to be able to, as a designer, to take part in creating the look and feel of one of those things. Anyway, have an awesome day. I will catch you tomorrow.